Yo, what's going on everybody? Need4beans over here. In this video, I will be teaching you guys how to do quick 90s. So when I first started playing Fortnite, I heard about 90s and I learned 90s fairly quickly, so I thought, oh man, I know how to do 90s. But my 90s look something like this. Something like that. Those were my 90s, and overall it doesn't look too bad. But when you start build fighting and doing all that good stuff, 90s like this are too slow. You want to get your 90s to be a speed something like this. Okay, that was a bad. Let me show you guys again. Something like this. You want the 90s to go right one after the other. Okay? That's the speed your 90s should be at. So the difference between the old 90s I was doing and these new ones I learned is your character doesn't hit this wall. So when you're doing the 90, you want to avoid hitting this left wall. And if you've been watching YouTube tutorials on how to do 90s and stuff, everybody says the same thing. Don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. But what nobody really explains is how can you actually train that. Now some people did a test where you can, instead of holding just W, you hold W and D. Unfortunately for me, I can't hold W and D because my walls, my floors, and my ramps, I'm using my index finger for my walls and my floors, so I'm not able to also hold D. The way I do 90s is just holding W. There's no need to hold W and D, W and A. Just hold W. And in order to avoid hitting this wall, what you want to do is first you turn and get your crosshair to about this position and try and place this wall. Now sometimes this wall won't place. As you can see, like if I do it here, I'm gonna hold turbo building. I go down. See, this wall is not placing. I have to kind of go really low. So the idea here, you want to turn first, then jump, then place a floor and a ramp really quickly. So you need to get the motion down, and once you get the motion down with your fingers, then you can also work on your mouse movement. So the way you can practice this without hitting these walls is you can do, I think these are called Metro 90s or Vo 90s. It's just where you place two walls here, a floor and a ramp. So it looks something like this. I actually can't really do them. Something like this. All right. So these are Metro 90s. They don't have this wall. So this means that if you, because there's no wall, if you don't do it correctly, you're gonna fly off. All right. So if you practice these 90s, you actually don't even need to place any walls. Just practice this with a ramp and a floor. Alright, now these are not very good, so just do a double 90. Don't go for the triple because you're going to place ramps in the wrong spot. So place a ramp, turn, boom. And you want to make sure you don't fall off this ramp. So if you do it incorrectly, well, I'm still on the ramp. I guess I'm just used to the movement, but if you're not really used to it, you're probably gonna do something like this and you're gonna fly off. So you want to avoid flying off. You want to be able to do this consistently, just like this. You don't want to fly off the wall. Once you're able to do this, these kind of 90s, all right, then you can focus on adding the walls. And a good tip that helped me get the movement down is when you place the walls. Again, we're just gonna hold turbo building. Make sure get your crosshair at this position. Even if this wall doesn't place, make sure your crosshair is at this position before you jump and place the floor and ramp. So let me show you guys here. And here I hit the wall. So all right. Now the other thing is when you're gonna be doing these triple 90s or double 90s, you're gonna think that the character is not. Your character is not far enough up the ramp. Alright, so like if I were to do 90 right now, I'll just do one. Let's do one. Okay. See, is halfway up the ramp. Now it looks like he's not high enough. What you want to do is at this point you can still, you just got to bring your crosshair up and it will still work. You know, you'll still be able to do the 90. So I'm gonna try that again. I'll show you guys what I mean. See, this is he was a little too low, but there we go. See how I faced through the floor and the ramp, even though I was literally below my floor? So once you get the motion down, just do it. Don't worry about your character possibly being too low on the ramp. So again, let me show you guys. There we go. So I'll do this a few times. Okay, and you want to just hold turbo building the whole time. Okay, I'm messing up here. Let's do this like this. All right. Now I'm holding the mouse button the whole time. I'm not letting go, and I'm only holding W for movement. As you can see, I'm still hitting the wall, which is not great, but you just want to make sure you have it consistent. If you hit the wall a little bit here and there, don't worry about it. But as long as you can do it somewhere around this speed. Oh my god, I'm messing up here. I promise you, my 90s are better than this. Alright, so there you go. You want to get these consistent, and you want to just do a triple 90 followed by a ramp out. Now if you're really trying to get maximum height in the least amount of time, what you want to do is do a triple 90 and then a walking 90. Okay, I kind of messed it up, but the idea here is do a triple 90 as you can see, do a triple 90, walk in 90, and then triple 90 again. That's the fastest way to gain high ground, because if you ramp out after this, ramping out and going all the way here is going to be slower than just doing a walking 90 and starting your next 90. So if you're just doing a build battle, for example, all right, like this, and you want to just gain a bunch of height, can do this. Just do triple 90 followed by walking 90 and then 3 more 90s. You'll definitely outpace your opponent, because he's gonna have to, unless he's doing walking 90s, he's gonna have to ramp out, you know, and then do 9 more 90s, which is slower than just straight up doing a walking 90. So I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions on this, please let me know. I did spend about like 6 to 8 hours doing 90s over and over again before I saw any improvement. So don't give up if you're not seeing any improvement. Just keep on practicing this method. If you're hitting the wall, if you're not able to do it for some reason, practice these 90s and then start adding the walls. So hopefully this video helped you guys. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. And yeah, catch me live on Twitch, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube. Peace.